Well, it is absolutely a Christian responsibility to take care of the poor, the oppressed, the needy. So I absolutely believe as a Christian, when I encounter people in my life who don't have food or clothing or shelter, one of my responsibilities is to take what I've been blessed with and share that with them. But this is Steve Ridgel taking a chance to tell you when you do not have to help people. You know, there's a hard thing said in Second Thessalonians where Paul says, if a man will not work, do not let him eat. And so I tell you what I think that means. When you encounter someone who says, I don't have anything to eat, please feed me, and you say, you know what, I'd be glad to do that. I've got to unload my truck. If you'll help me unload my pickup, I'll take you and buy you a hamburger. And they say, no, I won't do that. Then I'm not obligated to buy them a hamburger. Now, somebody says, but what if they can't? I'm not talking about people that are incapable of work. But you'll be amazed what some people can do. And I think it is perfectly acceptable for a Christian to say to someone who knocks on the door and is hungry, yes, mow my yard and I will pay you, or I will feed you, or I will feed you and give you some money, or help me unload my truck, or can you work on this on my computer, whatever it is. There are lots of things that you can ask people to do. Sometimes I've been in positions where I can offer people employment. Some people wouldn't take it. Didn't want to work, said it's too. I remember vividly the time when a man said they needed help. They were about to lose their house, and could we make a house payment? And I want to be clear here. We have made house payments for lots of people over the years. It said he needed to make a house payment, and I said, well, has your wife gotten a job yet? And he said, no, she doesn't really want to work because she wants to develop some other things and think they may make her some money. And I said, well, when you can't make your house payment, she needs to work. And he said, well, she just can't. I didn't make his house payment. Another time, someone said, well, my wife will get a job. She doesn't have work clothes. I said, you know what? My wife will take her, buy a couple of blouses, buy a couple of slacks, and she's got work clothes. And he didn't want to do that, and we didn't help them. So I don't help everybody. Another time, someone was in trouble, needed to make a house payment, and I said, you know, it's really possible you bought a house that is way more than you can afford to make payments on. What you need to do is sell that house. Well, I really can't, and my kids need this, and on he went. I finally said, I tell you what I'll do. My house is paid for. I'll trade you my house for yours. I'll take your house and what you owe on it. You'll take my house that's free and clear, and we'll call it even. And he wouldn't do it, and I didn't help him. You know, sometimes things just happen that you can't foresee, and everybody needs a little help. And many times I've helped somebody over a rough patch that had more than I did, but they were in a bad spot, and that's okay. But when I offer somebody a job, offer somebody a chore, offer somebody help, and they don't want it, that kind of eliminates my responsibility, I think, to help them. If a man will not work, don't let him eat. And so I think we really are obligated to take care of our people that are trying and can't make it, and they need help. But I also think for the people that can work and don't want to, we're not obligated to feed them. Now you're going, boy, you're hard-hearted. Well, I stole that from Paul. He's the one that said, if he won't work, don't let him eat. So this is Steve Ridgel saying, if I'm not sure, I'd rather err on the side of trying to help my fellow man, and certainly my Christian brothers. But I also think God gave me a brain, and I'm supposed to use some kind of, and exercise some kind of judgment. So if you ever need help, I'm your guy. But I may ask you to do something for me in order to pay you.